Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and we're going to take a trip through, Fort Travis today. But first, I want to apologize. If anyone's been down here lately, you know what the bugs are like on the road, the love bugs, and there's a spot where I hit one right in the center of the windshield, but I want to apologize on that. But Fort Travis is one of those areas that we talk about quite a bit, and it's one of those areas that makes the perfect stopover, whether you're here for the day, a weekend getaway, or a week-long vacation. And it's the Texas history. In fact, you're looking at one of the bunkers there, and throughout the year, on and off, every once in a while they'll be open, but you can go back, and we're going to speed lapse through some of this. You can go back, and we've done a lot of shows inside the bunkers. And so if you'll go to our YouTube or look up inside bunkers, Fort Travis, you'll be able to see. But this is one of the areas on Bolivar that if you're haven't been down here, or you haven't seen it, there you can see a ship in the background. You really need to spend some time up there, and Galveston County does a great job. There's another bunker, keeping it mowed, keeping it up. The view from up there is phenomenal. The easy walking, whether it's around the outside looking at the bay or from bunker to bunker, they have easy access paths throughout the park. And if you're up there for lunch, maybe a family gathering, they do have they've got a new covered pavilion, and then that you can actually reserve through the Galveston County Parks Department. And then they also have several covered areas, picnic areas. And so I wanted to come up here with fall right around the corner. I know it hadn't cooled down yet, but it's coming. The view from up here is phenomenal. The Texas history and the placards that they have around. And there's the Bolivar Lighthouse in all its glory. Let's zoom in on this a little bit and get you a closer view. And on a sunset at Fort Travis with the lighthouse in the foreground, it's beautiful. And so whether you have an iPhone or you have an old film camera or a digital camera, this is one of those places that you really need to come up. And I love coming up here in the fall and winter after a front has come through and that air is real crisp, the skies are clear, because the sunrise, the sunset, the pictures across of the tankers, of the dolphins jumping if you have a big enough zoom, the ferry going back and forth, the view of Galveston is really phenomenal. In fact, we've got a camera that's been down that we're working on. Hopefully in the next couple weeks. We've replaced some of the cameras already, and that one's next on our list. But there on the right, you can see an area that typically is wrapped for birding in the fall and the winter and the spring. But you can see the view over Galveston Bay and the Houston Ship Channel, what you can see from up there. And this is one of those places, because I live in Port Bolivar, that I go through on the way home. If I'm not ready to wind down yet, I'll go up there and just sit and watch the tankers come in, watch the tanker area, and look around Fort Travis, walk around a little bit, because the history up here, and there's one of the tankers coming down the Houston Ship Channel, and actually you can see one of the covered picnic areas there too. And they do have a restroom up here, brand new facility that they got put in. But this is the view from Fort Travis. It just can't be beat, especially on Bolivar. Unless you're sitting on the beach for a sunrise, or Frenchtown Road or Stingery Restaurant for a sunset, you can't find a better place and a better photo opportunity. I've actually gone up there in the middle of the night and taking pictures of the full moons coming up, or it's dark, and so you get a little light from Galveston. But there you can see the Anchorage area, some of the picnic areas, and then there's a quick view of the playground. It was replaced, and then you can't see it, but here in front of that black truck is where the restroom facilities are. And so, like I said, Galveston County does an awesome job keeping this up. Travis and the crew up there, keeping everything mowed. They take pride in it, and it always looks in immaculate condition. And please don't drive through the grass. Walk wherever you go. Every one of the bunkers, there's a brick path around the wall. And this is like what surrounds it's like the Galveston seawall. It's elevated, and so you're up about 17, 18 feet. And each one of the areas has placards, whether it's one of the bunkers with a map of it and information on it, or one of the concrete, like where the mess hall was and stuff. And there you can see the edge, and I'm going to pan around here, spin around a little bit so you can see the pavilion with picnic tables, and they do have handicap picnic tables in there too for easy access. And the view from there of the tankers and the set out area, and then there's another bunker that you can view. And like I said, all these bunkers have plaques and information right in front of them, so you can tell what it is, how big the guns were that they had on it, and what it did in the installment here at Fort Travis. So just wanted to showcase this. We hadn't done a show up there in a while. We do quite a few, and there's another bunker. We're going to see if we can zoom in here a little bit. There we go. On one of the entrances. And then actually to the left of it is a big placard that talks about it. And so, like I said, it's easy access walking to each one of these bunkers. They have easy access around the park, restroom facilities, playground, picnic tables covered. So anyway, just wanted to give you a quick view of Fort Travis and then the exit here. And please take your time when you're driving through here. Look at the beauty and enjoy the view of a little Texas history here on Bolivar Peninsula. So the park's open during daylight hours, 7 days a week, year round. We're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the view. I always like going this way, taking a left and going around because of the view of the birds and stuff in this little flat over here. So that's just the way I like to do things. We're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you to Priest Insurance for sponsoring this Bolivar Live. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. Come explore Bolivar Peninsula this fall. God bless. And like I always say, bye-bye. Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these two businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.